Hey there! If you're looking to create quizzes on your WordPress site, you're in the right place. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick review and walkthrough of Thrive Quiz Builder, a plugin that lets you build engaging quizzes. Whether you want to collect leads, segment your audience, or just make your site more fun. So what is Thrive Quiz Builder? It's a drag-and-drop plugin for WordPress that lets you build quizzes without touching a single line of code. It's pretty flexible. You can choose from different quiz types like right-wrong, percentage, number-based, personality style, and even surveys with no scoring at all. It comes with pre-made templates, but you can also start from scratch like I did, which is great if you want more control. Let me show you how I put together a quick quiz using the Build from Scratch option. After giving it a name, I was guided through a step-by-step setup. The first thing was picking the quiz type. I went with right-wrong for this example. Then I got to choose how to display the answers, like showing the correct one after a few seconds. Next, I picked a quiz style. I went with the minimalist design and tweaked the colors and fonts to match my branding. The editor is visual, and most things are editable. Font styles, backgrounds, borders, all pretty intuitive. Then it was time to add questions. I could choose multiple choice with buttons, images, or even open-ended questions. I started with a simple multiple choice format. It was really easy to type in my question, add answer choices, and mark which one was correct. I also tested branching logic. I was able to send users to different questions depending on their answers, which was a cool way to make the experience more dynamic. Just a heads up, when things get complex with lots of branches, the visual flow can feel a bit cluttered, but it's manageable. After I finished adding my questions, I moved on to the results page. I could edit the layout, add dynamic text, change fonts and colors, and even customize messages depending on how well someone did. Just be sure not to delete the shortcode inside the results page. That's what displays the final score. I also tried out the opt-in gate, which lets you ask for an email address before showing the quiz results. You can make this step optional or required. It's up to you. Finally, I published the quiz by grabbing a shortcode and pasting it into any post or page. If you use Thrive Architect, there's a drag-and-drop quiz element you can use too. There are a few extras that make Thrive Quiz Builder stand out. Splash pages to hook users before they even start the quiz. A/B testing, which lets you test different versions of splash pages, opt-in forms, and result pages. Built-in analytics, so you can see where people drop off or which answers are most selected. Email tagging, which lets you segment your audience based on quiz answers, only works with certain providers like ActiveCampaign or ConvertKit. So, is Thrive Quiz Builder worth checking out? I'd say, if you're looking for a quiz plugin that's easy to use but still packed with features, it definitely covers a lot. I liked how smooth the setup was and how customizable everything felt, especially with the ability to change styles, add branching, and even segment users for email campaigns. That said, I did find the drag-and-drop flow a little finicky when the quiz got more complex. It wasn't a deal-breaker, but moving things around sometimes took a couple of tries. And while there are a few templates to choose from, having a bit more variety, especially in question formats, would have been a nice bonus. Still, for most use cases, it does the job well. The opt-in gates are a strong plus for lead gen, and the built-in analytics give you a clear picture of what's working and what's not. If you're just getting started or want to add interactive content to your site, it's a solid option. And of course, there is another tool that I would recommend checking out as well. Nuclear engagement. Nuclear engagement makes it super easy to generate quizzes for your content, especially if you're using WordPress. With just one click, it can create AI-generated quizzes directly from your blog posts, saving you time while boosting engagement. What's really impressive is that it doesn't just generate one quiz, it can process all your blog posts at once in just a few seconds. That's a huge time saver, and honestly, I haven't seen other tools do that. You can fully customize the quiz settings, choose how many questions to include, and even set where the quiz appears, before, after, or within your content. Unlike some platforms, Nuclear Engagement lets you fine-tune everything, from question formats to email opt-ins and even post categories. It integrates seamlessly with automation tools like Zapier and Make, making lead capture effortless. If you're looking for a more customizable AI-powered alternative, check out Nuclear Engagement. I've added a link below so you can explore it for yourself.